review channel. Today we'll be discussing the Breitling Avenger II Seawolf. I am a new YouTube channel, so if you like what I have to say, please give me a comment. Let me know what your thoughts are, that way I can provide a better service for you, the viewer. Without further ado, let's get into the review. When one thinks of a deep sea diving watch, it is unlikely that the name Breitling would immediately come to mind. When one thinks again of a watch to wear through the peak of an apocalyptic event, it is equally unlikely that Breitling would be on top of the list. Breitling is a company known for its oversized pilot's watches, in keeping with the fashion trends of the mid-2000s. In a time when perception is reality and it can be hard to escape the box people put you in, it can be hard to break the chains of past design language and specialization. Breitling is a company which makes amazing pilot watches, a company I myself have been very fond of since first visiting a boutique as a child. This review, however, is not a review of Breitling. It is a review of a watch, a very cool watch, and a watch I myself have not seen or heard much about, the Breitling Avenger II Seawolf. Perhaps the most underappreciated deep diving watch you can buy. According to the Breitling website, the Avenger II Seawolf is a pilot's watch. And I would have to say I disagree. They named it the Seawolf. Not exactly a name that invokes images of Mark IV Spitfires and fighter jets. It's a name that makes me think of cool gray submarines patrolling the icy waters of the North Atlantic. It's a name fitting and perfectly romantic for a watch designed and capable of taking to its rated depth of 10,000 feet. And with a 10,000 foot or 3,000 meter submersion rating, I don't think the specs know it's a pilot's watch either. This makes me think of an interesting point. If Breitling says it's a pilot's watch, but it's designed to be extremely capable as a dive watch, the Avenger II Seawolf might be, from a design standpoint, one of the most capable watches of all time, purely when considering that a corporate jet can cruise as high as 45,000 feet, and a specialized submarine can dive to 10,000 feet below the surface. This makes me think of an interesting point. If Breitling says it's a pilot's watch, but it's also designed to be an extremely capable dive watch, the Avenger II Seawolf might be, from a design standpoint, one of the most capable watches of all time, purely when considering that a corporate jet can cruise as high as 45,000 feet, and a specialized submarine can dive to 10,000 feet below the surface. This means that the watch has a total capable altitude range of 55,000 feet. Of course, we don't regularly use altitude to stratify watches. It's something I find interesting. And of course, I think there is a laundry list of other equally capable watches. It's just impressive that the Avenger II Seawolf can be easily had at half the price of a Submariner from an authorized dealer. When wearing the Seawolf, it is impossible not to notice the robustness of the watch. Its dimensions are 45 millimeters in diameter, 18.4 millimeters thick, and it weighs 93 grams without a bracelet. It has 22 millimeter lugs, and now I don't have large wrists. Mine happen to be 6 3/4 inches, which for our metric viewers is approximately 17.2 centimeters. This watch just maxes out what I think I can pull off. The aggressive curvature of the lugs really help keep the watch feeling as small as possible, and this brings me to another side point. Why is that amongst watch enthusiasts, a 45 millimeter watch is considered gargantuan? A run-of-the-mill G-Shock pushes well into the 50 millimeter range, and nobody bats an eye. But when a steel luxury watch gets over 42 millimeters, people lose their mind. Weird. Anyhow, the Seawolf is big. It's heavy. It announces its presence when it walks into the room. Understated it is not, however, it is almost part of the watch's charm. It's like your cousin from New Jersey. It's loud, it can be obnoxious, it probably has no idea what black tie is, but when it's 2 a.m. in the Newark airport parking lot and your car battery's dead, it's good to know that you can call and help will arrive. Its robustness is fantastic. It's kind-natured. And it's something that really is more well-rounded than you would expect from appearances alone. So after about 3 months of wear, here are my favorite things about the Avenger II Seawolf. The dial. While busy, the Arabic numerals in the military font are fun in a way not typically experienced amongst the high-end watchmakers. The size. It is a large watch, but go ahead and look at the dimensions of some other 3,000 meter watches. This watch is engineered with extreme material efficiency. The crystal. Oh, that sapphire crystal. With beautifully applied anti-reflective treatment, it's perfect. It is really one of the defining things about Breitling watches. You can look at it in some angles and not even see it. In others, it adds a beautiful blue hue to the dial, and thanks to its oversized specifications, On this model, it adds a unique distortion not typically seen on sapphire. It adds a very light, almost plexiglass effect. It's world class. My biggest disappointment with the watch can be stated in one word: the clasp. It is not bad, but it's definitely dated. It needs a redesign, and I've seen micro brands in the sub $1,000 category with much better executions. While I wouldn't call it crude, there are some surprisingly sharp edges. The adjustability leaves you wanting more, and the lack of a deployment clasp leaves you thinking they forgot this is a dive watch, and there's a 0 on the fly adjustability. All in all, the clasp doesn't ruin the watch, but it doesn't do anything to help it either. Luckily, the rest of the bracelet is good. Solid end links and screw-in links are exactly what you would expect from a watch of this pedigree. Additionally, the loom is not the greatest. Much like the clasp, it's not a deal breaker, but it makes this less of a nocturnal option. I don't know that it would be feasible to apply more loom to the watch dial, but nighttime visibility is lacking. Lastly, the watch is heavy, and after constant wear, it does leave you fantasizing about a titanium case variant, or perhaps just a smaller, lighter watch. Hello, Breitling Super Ocean. In closing, the Breitling Avenger II Seawolf is a well-executed dive watch that flies under the radar, probably due to its pilot heritage. You would be hard-pressed to find a watch enthusiast who knows exactly what it is, but make no mistake, they will know it's a Breitling. If you are in the market for a new dive watch, or maybe you want something hardy like a G-Shock, but the idea of strapping a Lego set worth of plastic to your wrist is unappealing, this is a great watch to check out. And for me, it's a keeper. Anyhow, thanks for listening, thanks for watching. As I mentioned earlier, this is a brand new channel I just started, so feel free to leave a comment. Let me know your likes and dislikes of my work, and of course, subscribe if you can. Thank you.